The night in the village was heavy with silence. The kind of silence that carried its own weight, thick, uneasy, and filled with questions no one wanted to answer. The narrow path beside the old temple looked abandoned, its broken stone walls standing like wounded soldiers. A faint ringing of bells, stirred by the cold wind, floated through the air. Raju felt his breath hitch as he stepped back slightly, his eyes darting to the dark doorway of the temple. "This wind, this silence, something feels wrong," he whispered, his voice trembling. The dim moonlight cast silver streaks on the temple stones, while the lantern he carried flickered, its flame fighting the breeze. From the distance, the shadow of a peepal tree stretched across the path like a watchful spirit. Suddenly, bats burst out of the temple door, their wings slicing through the silence. Dry leaves skittered across the ground, and the three boys froze where they stood. Raju's companions, Ravi and Mohan, were just a few steps ahead. Ravi, taller and bolder, turned back with a grin. Mohan, however, kept his gaze low, clutching the edge of his shawl nervously. Their breath misted in the cold air, and none of them dared to laugh, at least not yet. Later that night, the boys found themselves in the small baithak, a mud-walled room at the edge of the village where the men gathered. The oil lantern glowed faintly on a wooden stool, painting the walls with long, trembling shadows. Villagers sat on charpayas, their faces half hidden in the gloom. Outside, crickets chirped, filling the gaps of silence. Ravi leaned back confidently on a charpai, the corner of his mouth tugging upward in a playful smile. He let out a laugh, breaking the tension like a stone thrown into still water. "You two are cowards," he said boldly. "All of this is just superstition. Tomorrow night, I'll sit there at the temple. Alone." His voice carried through the room, his words as sharp as the flame's flicker. The villager silhouettes shifted. No one spoke, but their silence was heavier than words. The lantern smoke curled upward, twisting like an omen. Raju's face had lost all color. His wide eyes reflected the lantern's glow as he leaned forward, voice shaking. "No, many people have said it. They've seen her. A woman in a white sari, sitting there in the night." His words fell like a cold stone into the room, and even the crickets outside seemed to pause. Mohan looked down, fidgeting with his hands, his lips pressed together tightly. He didn't need to say anything, his silence screamed of fear. Ravi's smile faltered for just a second, but his pride wouldn't allow him to admit it. He folded his arms, meeting the stares of the silent villagers. The baithak was filled with two kinds of air that night, one of fear, hanging thick in Raju and Mohan's trembling voices, and the other of reckless boldness radiating from Ravi. The oil lantern flickered between the two, casting its uncertain light like it couldn't decide which.